Hi everyone, welcome back. It's Friday Favorites and Flops. I hope you guys had a wonderful week, and I just have a few products that I'd like to share with you that have been my favorites throughout the week. Since I don't have a whole ton this week, I'm just going to go ahead and get into what I'm wearing on my lips, and it is from Bite Beauty. I posted a picture on Instagram for National Lipstick Day, which to a lipstick lover, I said this, is like an awesome thing that there's a day. And I'm a bright lipstick lover. I really love a bright, bold lipstick, and this color from Bite Beauty is called Violet, and it's one of my favorites. I love, love, love the vibrant purplish color. It's almost like a fuchsia purple. What I love about this is this was $12 in the Sephora checkout, and it's perfect if you wanted to try some Bite Beauty lipsticks. These are the Luminous Cream formula, which is just awesome. Bite Beauty is food grade ingredients to make a lipstick, so essentially you could bite or eat your lipstick because it's food grade ingredients. I really like this because it's $12 and you're able to try a couple of the colors. And on each end, it's dual-sided. So on each end they have a color, and this is the bright one. That's why I picked it up. I love it. They do have more everyday colors if that's what you're looking for. So this is the color Violet that is on my lips right now, and I love this color. It's just like a bright pinky purple color. More purple, obviously, the name Violet. I love the consistency of these. They're creamy. They have a little bit of luminosity. They really stay on the lips. They feel so comfortable on the lips. I just love the formula of the Bite Beauty Luminous lipstick line, and I think it's awesome for $12 you're getting to try two of them. The lipstick is not, it's you know, it's small, so I'll roll this one all the way up. This color is called Palomina, and I mean, so you're not getting a ton of lipstick, but when you think about it, $12, you're getting two great colors, a bright lipstick color. How often do you go through an entire tube of lipstick? These are going to be plenty enough for most people. So there is that color right there. And like I said, it's just a beautiful, this one's almost like a raspberry color, really bright raspberry color. I think this is definitely the way to go if you've been looking to try some of the Bite Beauty lipsticks, but you don't want to shell out. I believe they're $24. Maybe a little bit less than that each. And if you're not willing to spend that much, but you still want to try them, try finding these $12. I think they have 3 different kinds. So, you know, dual-ended, 3 different versions of the dual-ended. So if you have an opportunity to try some of the colors, you could even get 2 of these and spend what it would be to get 1 lipstick. You could try 4 of the colors. So I just think it's a really great deal, and I particularly love these colors. Check these out at Sephora checkout line if you are interested in trying some of the colors, or if you want this violet color in a smaller. My friend Dana, I was talking to her and she was like, yeah, I was worried about getting those. I thought about getting them, but I was worried that they were like so skinny that they would break off, and no, they're pretty sturdy, so they're not just gonna like break off on you. I can't say that's never going to happen, but it doesn't feel loose like some, it's pretty well made, so it doesn't feel like it would break off. It feels pretty sturdy when you're putting it on. You don't have to be that delicate with it. I just wanted to throw that in. Next for lip products, something that I picked up when I was visiting my brother. There was a mall right down the way, and so yeah, I went to it. I got this MAC Luster Glass. This is in the color Morning Glory, and it's just a beautiful, I would say, lavender with some shimmer in it. And these luster glasses have a wand applicator instead of the doe foot applicator. This is just a really beautiful iridescent. This is kind of like the Dazzle Glass from MAC in Rags to Riches. Doesn't have as much pigmentation, but it just has a really nice shine and iridescence. I've loved topping this on top of MAC's Angel or any other lip product throughout the week. It's just a really beautiful, it makes gloss, it makes your lips look like really full and juicy. So I've loved this luster glass this week. And this is like one, I don't get luster glasses a lot. I typically stick with the lip glasses, but I do really like the luster glasses. And I obviously luster meaning it has some shimmer in it, but the particles are not hard and I can't really feel them on my lips. still feels quite smooth when you apply it to your lips. It doesn't feel gritty or anything like that, and that was what kept me away from a lot of these products. But this just has a ton of different colored shimmers in it that really give that beautiful luster effect to your lips. A great topper. So I've been loving the Morning Glory Luster Glass from MAC, and it's been a go-to this week for me. Speaking of go-to, this little sucker has been an absolute go-to, and it is the Bare Minerals 5-in-1 BB Advanced Performance Cream Eyeshadow. I got this in my Ipsy bag, and this one's in, I think, Divine Wine. I have it all over my lid today. Apparently this has 5 different things in one. It has sunscreen in it, it primes, it protects, and it adds a color. So it's a really great product. It has a doe foot applicator, and this is just a sample size. But this color is gorgeous. It's like a taupey brown, and my friend Danny from Coffee Break with Danny showed that these come in a variety of different colors, which I did see on that pamphlet, but I have been loving this so much, and she mentioned, oh, how it's nice to have a really great eyeshadow primer base, which I have found that this would be if it were in an everyday neutral color. So she picked up a few of the more neutral colors, like Painterly would like the equivalent to MAC's Painterly Paint Pot or Soft Ochre Paint Pot. So those will be like to cancel out any redness on the lid. And also it provides sunscreen for your eyes. So I've loved this color, and it sets beautifully, but it does leave a little bit to smudge around before it sets. As you can see, I could still smudge it around, but in my Ipsy video, at the end of the video, I went to smudge it and it had completely set. I found that this wears on my eyes beautifully, and it really glides onto the eye, doesn't pull at all, and I just really like the consistency. So I've really been loving this, and with the doe foot applicator, it makes it really easy to get like under my lash line. So I put it on under my lash line, I put it all over my lid, and then I kind of tapped on top of it and blended it out. Really opaque and great, and so I'm definitely going to be picking up some of the more everyday neutral colors that I can use to prime my entire eyelid, like cancel everything out, because it has really great consistency, color, and I like the fact that it has the sunscreen in it to help protect my eyelids from the sun. Since I do live in Texas, that is very important. So I've been loving this. So if you got this in your Ipsy bag, pull it out and try it, and let me know what you guys think about it. On top of that, I pulled out another shadow. I've talked so much about this. This is from Gorgeous Cosmetics, and it's the shadow in Smudge. I love this color. It's just like one of my favorite gray cool tone shades. It's like a taupey gray. Something similar would be MAC's Cork eyeshadow, or maybe like Concrete, something like that. But this is just a really nice, cool, gray toned brown color. It's like a taupey brown. I've been using that to apply it all over the lid and then kind of blend out that shadow in the crease. You don't have to put anything on top of that shadow, but it was just nice to blend it out, to just kind of like smoke it up a little bit to get a haze. So that is what I have on right now, and that's all I have on my eyes, is that eyeshadow. That cream eyeshadow from Bare Minerals, this, and then I have a highlight shade from Sigma on under my brow bone. So that's it. So it's a really simple, easy eye look with just these products, but you could trade this product out for something else. Like I said, MAC's Cork is very similar, but like a really nice cool toned gray brown color. But I really love this shadow from Gorgeous Cosmetics. I did do a full tutorial review on Gorgeous Cosmetics products, and I was really impressed with them. But this has just been the major standout. You could also use it as a contour shade. It's a matte taupey gray color. It really adds that natural contrast to the contours of your face. So I've really loved this week, and topping it on top particularly of that Bare Minerals cream shadow. Okay, I didn't have a flop this week. I didn't really try a whole ton of new products, and the ones that I did try I actually loved. So I don't have a flop, but the last thing that I want to talk about are, I picked up this Studio Fix from MAC in C3 a while ago. What I've been doing is using the Garnier BB cream. I talked about it in my last Friday favorites. I've been using that all over my face and then just setting it up and touching it a little, setting it up, setting it and touching up just a little bit around the perimeters of my face with this powder. And I've also been using this Marc Jacobs brush. This is the Face Brush 1. And I love this for powder. You can use it for powder or liquid foundation, but I've been loving it for the powder foundation. I don't like using the sponge that comes in this, the Studio Fix from MAC. I don't like that sponge. It just adds too much cakiness. I really like this as opposed to that, and it really gives a nice airbrush look. I like the combination of the BB cream because that's a little bit lighter, which still does have pretty good coverage, and then just touching up on the spots that I need just a little bit of a set and then just a little bit more coverage in some places. So I really just do that on the outer perimeters of my face and just a little bit on my cheeks. I've been loving this. Really, really like this brush. It's quite an expensive brush, but it's really soft, great quality, and I've just liked the combo of these two products together. So that is it for my Friday favorites this week. I hope you guys had a wonderful week. As always, please leave below your favorites. And it's been a favorites week over here because I did have my yearly favorites video that I did, and then I did I'm probably gonna have my July favorites coming up soon, so look out for that. It's just a whole lot of favorites over here. Mrslolalynn, all she does is talk about favorites. So I'm gonna get back to filming a little bit more tutorials in the next week, so look for that. Not that I know what I'm doing, but you know what I'm saying, just get a little more variety up in here. So I hope you guys have a great weekend. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video. Mwah.